Blessings and welcome everyone. Just a reminder before we begin. Your rising sign horoscope will give you additional clarity as to how a great deal of your sun sign horoscope may show up, and your moon sign horoscope will give you the less prominent side story that'll also be playing out for this 2-week period. Remember, horoscopes serve best when observed, like a weather or traffic report. You have influence over all outcomes with your thoughts, actions, choices, and deeds. Use the information that presents to help you make the highest choices for the highest outcomes. If you wish to schedule any of my services or like access to more content via my Patreon, follow the links below or go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. Hi there, Taurus. It's time to have a look and see what is going on with regards to the week starting February 15th, 2021. And yes, we are switching back to doing weekly horoscopes. After a month and a half of trying bi-weeklies, I enjoyed it, but I kind of noticed feedback was kind of split down the middle. And after sitting down with a good friend of mine, he brought up some points that maybe weren't getting brought up online about maybe just a bit of information overload. And so I figure, okay, well, when it comes to the horoscopes anyway, maybe we should go back to weeklies then, so things are, again, more suitable and digestible and workable. And if that wasn't getting brought up, it definitely made sense to me when he was talking about it. So, and I listen to constructive feedback when I get it. So it's like, okay, cool. Thank you very much. So we're going to do weeklies for now. Okay. But I do want to mention, as we talk about this particular, week, we are talking about the new moon in Aquarius as well, which actually affects pretty much the near entire second half of February. It influences the 11th through the 25th, 26th, depending on where you live in the world. And so it's important to keep that in mind going forward, that that's not just for this week. So this new moon is falling in your 10th house of career, your life's work, the mark you want to make on the world, promotions, changes you want to bring about either in your field, in your community, in your craft, as well as, yes, to a certain degree, your money, your career, what that career is. And we're seeing new opportunities show up here, but this new moon is also square to Mars, which is in your sign, in your first house, your self-expression, your identification, how you express your energy, as well as your own MO. And so we're actually seeing this challenge to become one with the better opportunity that you're seeking by also doing a lot of work on where you can actually be the embodiment of the person that you want to be in that role, in that career, in that job. How do we become an actual vibrational match, living that life we are working on building now? We have these new opportunities with career, your life's work, and again, that upward mobility, but it's prompting a need for you to maybe make a big left turn when it comes to your lifestyle, or even some covenants, some pacts you hold up, how you go about problem solving, how you address challenges, and how you actually put your energy out there, whether it's how you communicate with people, maybe it's how you are or are not addressing certain issues in your life right now. Where have we maybe been too passive in some areas, way too aggressive in other areas? Where is it that we need to find that balance? Is there anything going on with that new moon square to Mars where we might also be finding that we find the missing piece to have the life that we want, but we also find out that as we are going to have to change something within ourselves, right? Let go of something, take something else on to be a perfect match for it. And how are we going to step into our, our spiritual maturity to make that happen? Promotions, breakthroughs, all around. But again, the training, the evolution, and the alteration of self will actually be a part of that evolution and that upward mobility if you really, really want it, and that you also want to be the person that already has that, right? Your future self. How do you embody your future self right now and get that promotion, get that breakthrough, that new career opportunity, that new big break? As we get onto your cards, what is going on with the week in general, or the week in question, your spiritual theme is the Temperance card in reverse. A lot of things in your life that are antithetical to one another are falling away from each other. Okay? It's kind of like, look, the things that are just not compatible, they're not a match. They're not going to be held together with duct tape anymore. And we can't hold them together. We can't force them to stay together. So it can feel a little bit destabilizing. But this may also be very liberating for some of you Taurus people, right? We can't lose energy trying to force things that are obviously not meant to stay together one moment longer to stay together. And this may be a relief if you've been kind of hoping for some validation that that was an okay step to take. But with the Temperance card reversed, we have to also see, are there things that we're trying to hold together that we need to let go? Are there things that we are trying to make happen that are incompatible with our future self, with that which we aspire to be and step into? When we think about that new moon square to Mars, could it be that maybe you are trying to glue too much together that, again, just does not belong together anymore? Maybe it's time to just let it go. It seems to be trying to go and leave your life, and, you leave its life as fast as possible. Where are you trying to, to repair and patch up and seal what needs to be let be? As we get on to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, again, how you are doing when it comes to maybe even household practical affairs. You've got the Hierophant upright, and it does look like there is a breakthrough for you. There is an opportunity to step into a new secure path or a new secure job, maybe even a new secure service, new secure contract when it comes to the way you are making money. And the Hierophant card is indicating here that this is something that actually serves also a bigger purpose when it comes to your field, when it comes to your own personal growth, the cultivation of your talents, and the raising of your own personal status. The Hierophant card is also indicating that if you have been in a situation where you've been trying to settle some kind of financial arrangement or financial deal or process, a win-win is going to be set up here this week. Now, whether this is you're getting that money or you are getting an opportunity to at least settle the matter in a way that is a win for you, it's here. When it comes to your communications with your friends, your relatives, maybe other people in your life, again, your platonic support system, you do have the Five of Wands upright, and looking back at that Temperance card reversed, it does look like you are seeing different pockets of your social circles start to move away from each other. And if you have been in a situation in your life where, you are used to kind of having an opportunity to kind of float between different crowds, different cliques, things like that, the Five of Wands is bringing up opportunities where we are not going to necessarily be able to be everywhere for everyone at once. And with the Five of Wands, it could be that something comes up that is creating not necessarily tension between you and any of your friends, but maybe making tension with some of your plans. And I would definitely say that this does not have to go to a conflict kind of territory, but you are going to need to pay attention to where maybe there is something happening that is showing you that you yourself are also going through this process of growing out of maybe one or two of your friendships, friendship circles, or goals or ideals. You are starting to resonate more exclusively with maybe a certain group or a certain side of your support system, and less so another. And it's okay. It's not the end of the world. You may be starting to realize that you want more time for certain family members. You want more time for certain friends over others because of the resonance. This Five of Wands is going to maybe stir up some tension, some inner conflict within you because, again, your time between all is going to, be very much in flux and very much competing with one another. See what you can do to, of course, go with what actually is going to be right for where you are in your journey, but also at the same time a clear-cut truth, not a winner, but a truth for where, who you are taking with you as you go through these huge breakthroughs with the rest of this reading, right? You are becoming a match for your future self where you're going. Well, who in your friendship circles is as well a match for that? Where are these cliques, these groups, these people also a match? As we get on to your challenge this week, or what you're challenged to pay attention to, you've got the King of Pentacles upright. And Taurus, I think this is you. The King of Pentacles is an Earth card, but I feel like your biggest challenge is your future self. It is your higher self stepping forward. Because with the King of Pentacles, it's an opportunity for us to step into a place of prominence, of leadership, and influence. But the challenge is making sure that you're okay with also taking on the responsibility of making decisions that assist the greater good when you are working with the highest interest of all concerned. You are getting the resources, you're getting the power, you are getting given the opportunity this week. People are asking for your input, asking for your guidance. You may be also stepping into a role where your guidance might actually be needed, but not necessarily being sought. I'm not talking about just crashing in with your opinions and your ideas. Places, read the room, know where it's welcome, but stepping into a role where you are a more active facilitator and cultivator in the lives of others as well as yourself to raise the energy and the vibration around you, that is your challenge, especially if maybe with the King of Pentacles being your challenge, you don't feel like you can step into that role right now, you don't want to intrude, or maybe you think other people are getting by just fine without you. This is a time where you are challenged to make yourself not only visible and audible, but also influential. And very much in line with that Hierophant card professionally as well. As we get on to your relationships, love and romance, you have the Ten of Wands upright. And when it comes to love and romance, it does look like across the board, whether you are single and available or you are, in an established relationship, the Ten of Wands is saying that partnerships, while present and around, are not going to be the big story of this week. Now, of course, always check your moon sign to see, what the side story is, the less prominent story. But with the Ten of Wands, it does look like some rather big news or maybe a big to-do is going to be happening with your partner that is going to actually leave them with their hands almost completely full. Whether this is going on with their job, their family, their friendships, even new relationship opportunities might feel a little bit quiet because it's kind of like they're just getting overrun on their side of, on their side of the relationship, on their side of the world. The Ten of Wands is indicating that this is not indicative of anything necessarily negative happening to your relationship or your chances with this person, but you are going to want to see that this is very clearly a time where this is them facing their own challenges, facing something that they took on themselves. They are going through a bit of their own. You need to take the advice of that King of Pentacles, New Moon, and the Hierophant, and also do the same with your life in kind. Chat on the phone about it at night, message each other, have those sweet nothings, catch up, but I would not expect a whole lot of action here this week. So that is what I've got for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.